Hey everybody, Manny here. I just want to talk to you about this new lens that I bought. I got it for Christmas. Actually, nobody gave it to me for Christmas. I got some money for Christmas and I decided to buy this lens with it. Really a great buy too. It's only $250 and it's an incredible little lens. It's all manual, manual focus, manual aperture. It has the aperture is a clicking aperture. It goes from f2.8 to f22, and I think you get half clicks up until like f11, and pretty cool. I like it. That's what the front element looks like, and what it looks like on the Sony a7 III. You know, I'm really enjoying playing around with it. I bought it kind of on a fluke. I wasn't sure if I'd even use it that much. So I decided what I would do is when I got it is that I would do, for the last week, all I've do any shooting with it has been with this lens. And I've learned a lot about, I watched a few videos too on how to use a ultra wide angle lens, because I really never had one like this before. But I've learned a lot about how to do this, how to use this lens. It's really been great for me as far as it's helped me to be more mindful. It's helped me to be more focused on my composition. Helped me to think about the thing of having to manually focus has been a learning experience for me, because I really haven't done a lot of manual focusing. But it's also that slowed me down quite a bit, so that it causes me to go back, like I said, and think about my composition more, and think about the images I'm going to take more. And really, I think it's improved my photography to have this little lens. And well, it's not incredibly little. One thing I am a little annoyed about it is that I'm pretty sure that this is the Canon version of this lens with an adapter on the end of it, because the Canon version is like that big. The Canon version doesn't have this piece on the end of it. And if you look on the inside, I don't know if you can see, if you look on the inside, you can see it's pretty deep in there, because this is an adapter for Sony. And I kind of wish they had made a lens just for Sony, but it works fine. And also a reason I think it's Canon, because Canon has a red dot, Sony has a white dot. But it works fine. It doesn't affect the performance of the lens, but it makes it a little bigger and a little longer and look a little more awkward on the camera. But as far as performance, it doesn't change anything. What else can I say about it? So, you know, if you're interested in some of the technical things about this lens, which I'm not sure if anybody is interested in any of this stuff, it has 14 elements and 10 groups. You know, you can put this lens on a Canon, a Nikon, a Pentax, a Sony. The Sony A and E mount, and the Canon you can put, and the Nikon you can put it on the mirrorless mounts. So it weighs about 530 grams, and it adds a little weight to the camera, but not too much. I've been having a lot of fun with it, exploring how to use this lens and trying to figure out how to do the composition correctly. Like I said, it's really kind of improved my photography and made me more mindful, which is so important when you're doing photography, is to be mindful. So I'm really enjoying it, and excuse me. And next thing I'm gonna try to do is do some astrophotography with it. But right now in California, it's not the best time of year to do that. It's a better time. It's January right now, and the best time of the year in California to do astrophotography is around June. It's when you can get the Milky Way right and all that stuff. So I'm going to try that next, and maybe I'll do a video on astrophotography once I do that and learn how to do it. I'm really not an astrophotographer, so I'm going to bring it with me when I go to Europe this year and see how I can work with it there too. But I'll bring this probably in my 24 to 105 Sony lens. But yeah, so I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. If you want to see a more technical review on this lens, go to Christopher Frost's YouTube channel, and he gives a really nice review on this, and he's a lot more technical than I am. I'm just telling you that it's fun. I'm enjoying it. I like the pictures. They're really sharp. I'll tell you what, I'll show you a group of pictures here real quick, and you can kind of get an idea of what kind of images you can get with. So here are some images that I've taken with this lens. I just want to show you what this lens is capable of. It's really sharp. It definitely has a very wide field of view. You have to be careful with this lens with your composition, because if you're not careful, you'll get this big amount of foreground, and your background is very small, and it just not a very, can make some pretty uninteresting images. And so I just went around my town, one of the towns by me. Here's my little guy Mickey, in a place called Oak Glen up by where I live, and then I went down to a little town by me called Redlands, and I took a few shots down there. Here's one of them. I mean, you can see this lens is just really sharp, and you might think, well, maybe the autofocus is kind of difficult, and I don't know how to do that. But if you take your time, watch a couple of YouTube videos on how to autofocus, you'll get some really nice images. Here's I went up to this place called Salvation Mountain in California and took some shots. And this guy, he went up there and he just started building this stuff. He built this hill, and he painted on it, and he put stacks of hay to create the steps on the right side, and he just created some great places to go up and take some photographs. And these are some of the trucks that he did. So just amazing stuff. But you can see really nice, sharp images. I did edit all these images, so they are all edited. Which to me, you really this thing of just showing people stuff right out of the camera, and they look pretty good right out of the camera. But I like to edit my images before I show them to anybody, to show you what you're going to get as an end result. And this camera takes some really nice photographs. And I missed some pictures here. This was over by Salton Sea here. Just some crazy stuff over there. But this is another image of one of his trucks. Just really sharp, really nice images. So, check it out. It's a great lens, and I really like it, and I'm really enjoying using it, and it's fun. I mean, I spent this whole day just using this wide-angle lens, and it was quite a challenge for me, because I had to really think about my composition, because like I said, if you don't compose well, you're going to get some pretty boring images. I have to say that I really like this lens. I'm really enjoying using it, and I just want to say that I highly recommend it. This lens. So anyway, like it. So thanks for watching.